Okay, welcome. This is James Possible, and this is a first follow-up on the brand new Metatrader 4 ExpertAdvisor. Part 1, MT4 TickData. So I'm just going to talk about the data in this video. I'll probably do a couple more videos depending on comments and questions. But hands down, this is going to be one of the easiest ways to capture, save, and use Metatrader 4 price data. Okay, the EA or the ExpertAdvisor itself is just drag, drop, click, and it's there. I mean, there's nothing really. Once you download the file, there's nothing else really to do beyond that. It automatically grabs the symbol and then attaches all of the related data to each update, price update. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through Excel, a quick deal, a little bit in Excel, talk about why bid, ask data, and kind of what it all means, and where does it go from here. So let's boom, let's pop out of this. And this is where I left off in the previous video. I had quickly run the data, the EA, the ExpertAdvisor, and it had captured 13 records, right? And so I showed you the columns and stuff. Now, one thing, a real quick note, is that in the first video, the initial video, I was exporting the bid and ask data backwards. That's been corrected. As you can see, see right here. So you can see that this is the data that was coming out originally, and the bid should always be smaller than the ask price. So really, if we just do this real quick, this is really what the data look like. Okay, and so there we have it. So that's the bid, the ask. And again, the ask is always going to be bigger, right? So the bid price, the bid price equals sell price, okay? The ask price equals the buy price, okay? And the difference between the bid and ask price is the spread, okay? And those are the basics right there. You can see that, so we have the symbol, the bid column, the ask column, the spread column. So I'm doing the math for you right out of the gate. So you have the spread value. So you can quickly look at the spread and understand, if it's getting wider or if it's getting smaller, and you can even figure out what the average spread is, even during a specific time of day. Then we have the volume column. I guess I should highlight these, right? So we have the symbols, the price, the pair symbol, the bid price, the ask price, the spread, the volume. We're going to talk about volume because volume is probably one of those it's a really key point of confusion in the Forex world, because we try to compare it to equities and it's just not the same thing. They're two apples and oranges. Okay, then we have tick, date, and time. So this would be the chart time. Okay, so let me type that out. So tick date and time equals, I should say, on chart time. Okay, so that's on chart time, or tick date time. Then next is the seconds between each tick. So to go from the first tick to the second tick, so this is the first tick. We're at 16. So let's look at that real quick. So the first tick, is equals 16. Okay, so that's the first tick right there. The second tick, in fact, let's highlight. This is the first tick. We'll call I'll highlight it green. Okay, so that's the first tick. Highlight this green as well. Okay, and we're looking at seconds between. So seconds between ticks. Okay, and I will highlight this as well, bold, center that. Okay. Okay, so the second tick, let's go ahead and make that, let's just go with, let's go with blue, a light blue, okay? So the second tick equals 9. Okay, so this is a little tricky because there's 60 seconds equals 1 minute, right? That's the obvious, but it's important to understand, right? So the first tick, actually let's put that down here as a note, frame of reference. So the first tick, we go up here and the time is 7:18. So 7:18, right? The second tick is 7:19. Okay, so you can actually look at this as 7:18, 16. And then we could look at the second tick as 7:19 and 9. Okay, so how do we do the math on that? Well, the way you do the math is we're going to, since we changed minutes, we went from 18 to 19, we're going to take 16 plus 60, which is a minute, equals 76. And then we're going to take 9, and then we're going to do the sum, because now we're going to do 76 minus 9 equals 67. So the time between in seconds equals 67 seconds. Okay, let's merge those together. Okay. So that tells you, so from tick 1 to tick 2, it took 1 minute and 7 seconds for the next tick to happen. I'm going to slide that out a little bit more. So let's go a step further. Let's put the note up here out of the way. Yeah, okay. So let's go to tick 3. So tick 3 right here, and let's just color that. Let's go purple on that one, okay? So let's go down here. Let's go tick 3 purple. So the third tick equals 49. Seconds between equals 49. The time is 7:19. So notice we haven't changed minutes, so we're still in the same minute. So the math on this is going to be a little bit different. So we could look at, so we have 7:19.9, so now we have 7:19.49. Now we're in the same minute, so in this case we're going to take 49 minus 9 equals 40. So the time between was 40 seconds. So tick 1 and 2, and let's go ahead and shift that over, bold, copy, and then let's call this tick 2 to 3. So between tick 1 and tick 2, set 67 seconds. Between tick 2 and tick 3, 40 seconds. Now, why does this matter? Because if we didn't have the seconds between, and we just, like every second, we just added a tick, right? And we changed the candle, we would have a very even pace, and it would be nothing like a real-time interaction with the price. Because the fact is, there are times when the price moves really slow, and there's times when it moves really fast, and there's times when it moves crazy fast. And there's little spells where it just goes bonkers. It just goes crazy both ways, and you can see the price just vibrate up and down, right? Well, seconds between, if you're like replaying this, which is a widget I'm going to have available for you at some point, so you can actually replay your tick data, and it will be like real time because it will have the same pace and cadence that you have with a real price chart. Crazy, right? It's really absolutely critical to have that. Now, interesting here, if we look at the next candle, so candle 4, well, not candle, but tick, the next tick price is, let's make this orange or salmon, whatever color you want to call that, and let's look at that. So so let's go here, 7:21, big change, right? So fourth tick equals, we don't know yet, right? So let's go ahead and mark that. And let's do some math. Now this math is going to look a lot like the first one, because where the difference, 21 and 19, that's 2 minutes difference. Right, so we have tick 3 is 7:19.49. Whoops, 1949, right? Yeah, okay. And so 49.13 is going to be the time between. So on the well, actually, let's do it like okay. So tick 4 looks like that. So let's break this down. So we have 2 minutes. Okay, so the first, let's go down here. Let's do 7/19/49, and that is going to, we're going to have to change that because we're 2 minutes ahead. So 2 times 60, so 2 times 60 equals 120. And then we're going to do 120 plus 40. Actually, we're not going to do that because, okay, so 7/21/13, 7/19/49. So if this was, let's go over here. I'm sorry, this is a little bit, this math is a little bit, I keep hitting my shift key. 1949. If the fourth tick was 7/21/49, then we would have a 2 minute difference. Since it's less, it's actually 13, we only have to add 1 minute. Okay, so we have 1 times 60, which is 60, and then we have 60 plus 49 equals 109. So that's where we're starting with tick 3, right? Tick 4 is just 13. So now we have 109 minus 13 equals 96, right? And then so now, control copy, paste, and so now we have 96 seconds. So the time between the third tick and the fourth tick was 96 seconds. Let's give these a little highlight here so they're easier to see. So the first tick took 67 seconds. The second tick was 40 seconds. The third tick, or the fourth tick gap, was 96 seconds. So really slow price action, right? Now you may have to replay this a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna cut it right here, and we'll jump back in. This should give you a really good understanding of why the seconds between matters. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. I'm going to pick up where I left off in the next video. All right, so this is part 1, and there'll be a part 2. All right. Again, thank you. This is James Possible, aka My Forex Yoda. You know, you can find me on Twitter, and and I'll put the links down below, so you can find me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, and then you can also find me on Facebook. I'll put my link in Facebook, and you find me and follow me there. And you know, you can share, ask questions here on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook, either one. Suggestions, all of the above. All right. Again, thank you for joining me, and I will end this here and move into part 2. Thank you.